banking CEO, person we're supposed to jail, is the chairman of APC. Now, listen to what you have to say about the coming elections. Just then I'm going to take you to Owerri.
Taking you back into memory. 1999, when democracy came back to Nigeria again, there was a general election in which the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and his deputy were produced, members of the National Assembly, the governors of the states, and the state assemblies. But later on, due to litigation and court processes and judgments, new dimension was created that resulted into off-season election. Constitutionally, governors must spend 4 years during their administration and then another election. So because of that, the off-season this time around involves 3 states, Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa. In order to fulfill all the arrangements and the regulations, INEC has already provided a timetable, and the election is holding on 11th November 2023. Therefore, APC, as a ruling party, has produced its gubernatorial candidates. We visited the state states and inaugurated the campaign councils. Today, Mr. President has given his endorsement and also provided the flags to the 3 gubernatorial candidates. That of Imo State is a serving governor who is going for the 2nd term, His Excellency Hope Uzodimma. For Kogi State, the governor has completed his 2 terms, and he has, with the consent of his people, produced a gubernatorial candidate. He is here with us. He is Ahmed Usman Ododo. And for Bayelsa State, he was a one-time governor of Bayelsa State, and now he is a gubernatorial candidate. We call him Golden Silver. He is ready to go for the 2nd term of his governorship. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what brought us to see Mr. President. So I request each candidate to have 1 or 2 minutes remarks. Thank you.
Somebody that should be in jail in a crime scene like Nigeria is the chairman of APC, Egbekegbe. The one that is the governorship candidate for Bayelsa, Timiprie Silva, another criminal, whose arrest made the news at the time. As the former governor of Bayelsa State, he was arrested, paraded. I mean, he was hiding behind a door in his house, and he was caught there like a thief, caught in a burglary, burglary theft or home invasion. It didn't even look like a thief that came for home invasion. It was like a rat trapped, by a flashlight. What happened after? He crossed over to APC, Egbekegbe. He became a minister of state for petroleum under Bokuwari. Then afterward, he decided I was going to go back and be governor again. And it's been like, back and forth. So he's their candidate. I mean, personally, I won't trust anybody who is a criminal to undo anything and expect anything to come out of that will be legit. Forget it. Why would you expect criminals to do the right thing? How? As for hopeless Uzodingba, you have heard about coups in the last few months, around Africa, West Africa. Abi, the most recent one is that of Gabon. Is it Gabon? I think so. But Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea Conakry, and a few other places like that. Majority of all these military coups, they were bloodless. Okay? There's no single person killed or reportedly killed during the coup of violent takeover of power in those countries. In Nigeria, ordinary local government elections, it is war. And that's exactly what they are mostly preparing for. So they have mobilized troops. 3 states want to have off-season elections. And INEC that collected over 305 billion naira for the general elections in February. The same INEC has collected 18 billion naira to conduct this charade that they are about to conduct. Charade war. The police will take in about 15 billion. The military, and the other security, whatever, they are going to take about 49 billion. And they are not going to war. They want to have an election or elections. The governorship candidates of Labour Party in Imo State, where Hopeless Uzodingba has been terrorizing them, almost got assassinated yesterday. But yeah, that same yesterday, where Hopeless Uzodingba just as introduced by Gandola. Listen.
Thank you. I think it's a very good opportunity for me to clear this so-called allegations. Well, I came to Imo State as the governor January 15th, 2020. From 2020 January till date, there is no month we did not pay salary before 30th. The situation is that before this time, I thought that the labor union is a democratic entity that allows.
And gone. I almost forgot. Because once he's finished speaking, I'm going to take you to Imo. Here you get. The one on the left is the governorship candidate for Labour Party. He's called Senator Achono. He's been a senator. And he's been part of the system in that Imo State politics. So they considered him as somebody who could stand there toe-to-toe with Hopeless Uzodingba. So you see the man on the right, that picture is not real. I hope I make that clear, by the way. That picture on the right of Ajero, NLC chairman, is not real. People just use that and make that, and he said and all of that to say he effed around and he found out. There is a narrative on social media like that. If you fuck around, you find out. Don't try rubbish, you find out. So they said he went to Imo State to lead the workers that have not been paid for the past 20 months. Hopeless Uzodingba is telling his people that if they vote for him, it's going to bring back a better educational system. It's going to bring back healthcare. It's going to bring back jobs. It's going to bring back roads. Person will be governor is the governor right now. Instead of telling them that I've done this, I'm going to build more on this, I'm going to build on that. No, he was telling them. But let's go back to the villa. He said Ajero came to Owerri, Imo State, to come and mobilize workers against him when he knows that he's about to go for a very important re-election. Listen.
Thank you. I think it's a very good opportunity for me to clear this so-called allegations. Well, I came to Imo State as the governor January 15, 2020. From 2020 January till date, there is no month we did not pay salary before 30th. But the situation is that before this time, I thought that the labor union is a democratic entity that allows the opinion of people. I don't pay federal civil servants. I only pay Imo State civil servants. And I challenge any Imo State civil servant to come up to say that between 2020 January 15th date, that he did not receive salary in any of the months. What has happened is this ugly coincidence that the national president of Nigerian Labour Congress is from Imo State and has not been able to demarcate the difference between being a national leader of an organization and then an interested party in local politics. But God will manage the situation. Thank you. Well, I still repeat, there is no worker in Imo State. Recall that I came in January 2020. By March, I started paying minimum wage of 30,000 that has been lying there that previous leadership didn't pay. By December, I paid 13th month, the first time in the history of Imo Civil Service. And I've maintained continuously this 13th month payment as an incentive. I automated the payment systems. Salaries are now received in an automated manner in Imo State for the first time. I brought new innovations. I reformed the civil service. No wonder that the civil service, entire National Labour Congress of Imo State chapter, endorsed me, and I'm the only candidate that's supporting in the election. The pensioners, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, endorsed me. I'm the only one. From 2007 to 2020, no civil servant in Imo State received gratuity. It's only my government that have now floated a bond to pay outstanding gratuities to civil servants. So I understand the sensitivity of this event, but I want you people to be very careful because there's an attempt to mix up partisan politics or an attempt to blackmail my government. But I can tell you that my people are already aware. That was why the Nigerian Labour Congress, Imo State chapter, addressed a world press conference that what their national leadership is saying is not correct and that they are not going to do any strike or protest. And in the process, they decided to dissolve them, to put in a caretaker. Of course, I'm the chief security officer and I have a responsibility to intervene. I encourage the national leadership not to dissolve a management team that their tenure has not expired. And that was what they did. I don't interfere with labor matters, but I have convinced my workers in Imo State to believe in me. And that trust is what opposition parties are trying to fight. But I can assure you that Imo people already have taken their decision. 11th November is by the corner. Come and observe the election. Thank you. To men of the press, as the chairman just said, we are here this afternoon to receive officially our flag, which is a symbol of authority and mandate, to represent our party in the November 11th gubernatorial elections in the state of Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa State. And that ceremony has been completed. And we have all received officially our flags from the leader of the party. There is nothing much to say, apart from that you are aware that campaigns are ongoing, and in a few days' time we'll be going into the election proper. And you will agree with me that the APC in the three states have campaigned very vigorously. And to the extent that the public opinion as of today is that APC is the party to beat in these three states. We are very excited about it. But we are still working because it's still work in progress. And to the glory of God and by His grace, we'll be successful in these elections. So we are here, we have received our flag, I'm trying to run back to Imo State to go and continue with my campaigns. And so will my colleague in Bayelsa State and in Kogi State also go back to the various states, waiting the.
So that was the story of the chairman, according to them, as NLC, which is also connected to the Labour Party. So the chairman calling on the workers, unpaid workers, to go on strike, is kind of meddling in politics. And the Sky Daddy will take care of that. So Ajero was lucky to have been beaten blue-black. So is the guy on the left, Achono. The one on the right is the chairman, president of Nigeria Labour Congress. The one on the left is the Labour Party governorship candidate in Imo State. Yesterday, I can't show you that video of that attack. It wasn't good. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to let him, Achono himself, tell you how he escaped from the Ebubeagu. You see this life, IPOB and ESN are considered as enemy of Nigeria states for going after Fulani terrorists and all other, transborder crime and criminals. So they did everything to proscribe them. The court said, no, they are not illegal. And you cannot prescribe them if indeed this is a democracy. So today, IPOB, ESN, they have legal standing even in a contraption called Nigeria's law. Ebubeagu, they took Ebubeagu to court, since what they were doing was to hunt down young people, extort money from them. If they won't give them money, then they will blackmail them, label them IPOB, and kill them. So they have a base in Imo State, and they call them Tiger Base. It be like an abattoir in Abuja. If they take you inside the abattoir in Abuja, Abi Akusu in Anambra, or Power Line in Port Harcourt, and all these places, they have all different friend names. If they take you there, if you come back alive, the rest of your family should do a Thanksgiving. These are not kidnappers. So these are state-sanctioned security men committing heinous crimes that even the courts now declared them illegal. So people took them to court, Ebubeagu, and the courts declared them illegal and their activities illegal, and they must be disbanded with immediate effects. This was about a year ago. Ebubeagu is so active in Imo State. There are those who are pointing at hopeless Uzodingba's political enemies or rivals. Ebubeagu will point at their village, point at their homes. Nigerian military will come and they will slaughter as many people as they can slaughter, burn down the entire village, and they will say they are looking for IPOB, ESN. Do you understand that? Ebubeagu be like the local state-sanctioned terrorist group. The Nigeria military and the troop they have been drafting to militarize the Eastern Nigeria. They have been the federal terrorists who have been terrorized the lives of the supposed Nigerians in their own country. But when they want to leave, they say, no, you can't. It's not funny. That's how bad it is, right? Now, this Labour Party guy in that video, I saw Ebubeagu. I saw the Nigerian police and the whatever, yeah? And they said that they opened fire on him. How can you open fire on somebody with the stickers of Labour Party on his? But they said they felt like it was an unknown gunman. How can you say somebody that is campaigning for governorship is unknown gunman? The convoy. What about the military? I mean, the escort that they were leading him. No, they wanted him killed, and then maybe they will say, "Well, we mistaken. We thought he's unknown gunman." Hopeless Uzodigba. Listen to the man himself. Like, you don't have to believe him all, because now all of them be the same. But if they have to kill you because you want to contest elections, is that an election or war? Should you, in all honesty, be telling your followers that they should have faith in God and have faith in you? That, you know what I mean? No evil will befall them. All these armed people, all these evil criminals, they will not touch them in order to get to you. Just tell them to hands up, Abi. This is what they are leading you into. They tell you they are going into elections. But it's not elections, it's war. Somebody else's child, son, daughter, mama, papa will be killed because the criminals who want to keep power, they are more armed. And nobody is going to actually arrest or prosecute them for any of their crimes. So what, Fesha? I chose no.
Nigerians, Imolites, today, the 5th of November, 2023, 6 days to the Imo governorship elections, around between 12 and 1 o'clock this afternoon, I was on my way to honor an invitation by the Anglican Church Synod at Obibie in Owerri North. Only to, as we got to the venue, we saw, but as we were approaching, we saw, armed police stationed, strategically in their cars. So we were wondering, what's going on? So as soon as we got there, we saw an APC blocking the entrance to the venue, and harsh-looking armed men. Most of them wearing black, some carrying pump action, some carrying AK-47s. So, and they stopped us, they blocked, they didn't allow us to go. They started shooting in the air sporadically, scaring the bikers who were leading the convoys. All of them scampered for safety. So, after a lot of shooting, I had to, I came down. I said, well, I mean, this is, if they can take me, because I can't understand why I can't be allowed to go and worship God in Imo State. So I realized, so when I got there, they now claimed, first of all, they claimed that the governor was there. I said that somebody tore APC posters on the wall. So, but the person did not probably like them. Is Senator Tanacholo the person who tore it? They said no. So why are you preventing him from getting into the church premises? So, and I had to come down. I accosted one Ola, the notorious Ola of Tiger Bates Fair. The man who has, so many lives have been lost in Imo State. And look at what they did to the NLC president. This governor is going mad. I had to call my security officer, called the DSS director, who said he was there with the commissioner of police. I now asked to speak with him. He called me and said he wants to talk to the officer. Commissioner of Police Imo State spoke to this Ola. Ola disobeyed him and blocked us from entering. Oh, as the shooting continued, I didn't want any life to be lost. I came out and accosted him. I was pointing at him. I told him that I was going to expose him to Nigerians today. And if he doesn't leave this state today, or let us this by Monday, I'll know that this government wants to annihilate us. So I'm putting my president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on notice to know what is going on here. This man wants to annihilate the entire state. So he should quickly remove all the security agencies who from here. They are not obeying orders. There's a killer squad in Ohajegbema as well. They have been crying, and they call him kill and bury. They've been crying everywhere. It's like we're in a war zone. What's going on here, for God's sake? Is this how we're going to have this election on November 11th? And I hear that the INEC officers even lied to the INEC chairman, EOs, that all the political parties agreed to move all the collation from ward to local government. We didn't even have a meeting to discuss that. So you see what's going on. There is a trouble here. Nigerians should know what's going to happen on them. If you want to declare war on Imolites, tell us. The Imolites are ready to defend themselves. Tell us, please, what's going on here? Enough is enough. Are we now in a banana republic that even officers don't obey police commissioners? They don't do anything. No rule of law in Imo State any longer. So for the next 4 years, this place will be a wasteland. Already, places have been, mortuaries are filled with corpses. Tiger base, people drop like flies. And that's where this Allah is. He must leave this state with the commissioner immediately.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that.
That is the Senator Achonu talking about what they are facing, and he's asking, are we in Banana Republic? What kind of country is this? By the 12th and 13th of November, when they declared Hopeless Uzodingba winner, Achonu will do another video. Because by then, they go don't kill people. People who are trying to go and try and stop them. Sure, you understand? Achonu is asking that they said INEC commissioner in Imo State told the INEC chairman that all of the political parties have agreed to move the collation of results from ward to local government area. And he's asking me and you, when did we do the meeting? Was I there, Baba? You are not there. You are not supposed to be there. No. There will be no elections anymore in Nigeria. He was asking, are we at war? Are we going for war? There is killer squad there. You see that tiger base in Imo State. If you know about lives that have been lost, all they need is just to point to you and say, this one, they talk nonsense about Hopeless Uzodingba. They will just say, is IPOB, tiger base will come and carry you. And that's it. I will learn here. Oturubeke. I will learn here. They are taking lives like not. Listen to Achonu. He has more. How many times will they tell you that Nigeria is not for you? By Monday, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14. By 15th of November, when they will then announce Hopeless Uzodingba of winning landslide, Unago can come back again and say, which kind of country be this? Why are you participating in their elections? Why?
The window of my late sister mother is shattered. A bullet hit it. Still a bullet hit it. We are lucky it was an armored vehicle. One of my escort vehicles. Still a bullet hit it. It's there for you people to go and see it after here. This is what we are going through in Imo State. People don't go home any longer. We have military, we have DSS, we have civil defense. So if we cannot be protected by all these men, let us protect ourselves for God's sake. We have our fundamental human right to life. We have that human right to life. It's our right. And to protect ourselves. We demand, if we don't get protection from the government, we must be forced to defend ourselves.
Would it be right to say that it was a deliberate act to harm you?
Deliberate. The governor was not even there. So you see, it was a setup. Only to find out the governor was, he even never attended the ceremony. So they came after me.
Your Excellency, in the light of this, does it in any way discourage you?
No, never. It has emboldened me. I'm talking about only more life. We must defend our state. Who is he? Who is that man? Doesn't belong to him? Did he do a coup d'etat? He didn't come here by a coup. We voted. He claimed that we voted him in. Now, we must be allowed to vote him out. There's nothing he can do to stay in Douglas House one day further.
Your Excellency, something that happened this morning has gone viral. What message do you have for your voters and your followers?
Voters should be encouraged. As a matter of fact, this should embolden you people to know what is coming. It's because they're scared now that you people have rejected them. So, and I'm the one leading the confrontation. So that's why they think they can scare me. They are small rats. They can't do anything. People should be emboldened.
Excellency, please, you raised about an APC. Was he an armored personnel?
Armored personnel carrier. And can you imagine, this armored personnel carrier could be one of those that I fixed. I used my money to fix armored personnel carriers. And then I used it to block my entrance into a church. Inspector General of Police, you must release those armored personnel carriers to protect the agreement I had with Nigeria Police that I'll fix them. 5 should be given to protect Okiwe on my zone. And policemen should stay there so that I can fix the police stations. I fixed the police station, it was bombed. I now acquired land to build, repair the other ones. Up till now, nobody has given me any support. What's going on here? Have we been abandoned? Have we abandoned? Let us know. Please.
Your Excellency, one of the clips at that event, we saw some people in the market, running away. Would you think that this kind of thing is to scare them?
That's what is intended to achieve. Is they will say, if I go to Aka cannot enter a church, how can he now protect the votes in the collation center? That's just the message Hope Uzodinma wanted to send. Because they claimed that he was there, and then he wasn't there. He never came. So you say scare tactics, those people should forget about that. Nigerian police, they are capable of protecting the process. Nigerian army, they are coming in droves to protect. No, today is not the election day. So it's a game. The same way they allowed, they went and set up Ikenga to come and declare at the rally yesterday to say that he's a. Meanwhile, when he announced another venue, police went there to wait for him, even went to the airport to arrest him. He's on the run now. He's the vagabond, the wanted man. So they wanted to arrest him, but he disappeared. Went to another venue. Quickly, in 5-10 minutes, they did that show, put it in social media to confuse voters. Don't be confused. Ago Tuaka is your next governor. Yes, nobody can stop me. Hope Uzodinma doesn't have the capacity to do that. And then, I don't see why the APC, with quality governors, this president who did a lot in Lagos, can have a man like that as chairman of APC Governors Forum. It's a shame. It's a shame. They should do something about it.
Sir, did he eventually attend that church?
He never came.
No, I mean yourself, did he eventually attend?
Oh, look at all the women with me. They were screaming in the bus. My wife was talking at me that we should please go back because of the people with us. You know, women, I had to listen to her. So now I had to turn. I wanted to enter the car to drive it myself. My own is like a tank that they have something. I wanted to drive through that place because I have the right to go there. But my wife wouldn't let me. So anyway, on election day, she'll be at home. And then the warriors will be outside.
Excellency, one more clarification.
Yes.
We understand that the police provided backup for talks. And we overheard that one of the talks is called Tapet. How can we avert this where there's so much...
They have talks. He's using talks. They have talks in police uniform. They have talks in police uniform. The agencies know them. So we have to bring this to the notice of the whole world that there are arming talks in police uniforms to attack us. That's what they are doing. So we need the army and DSS to come to our aid, support us, protect the process.
What are we do today? Today, I will live up my voice in space. Oh, yeah, what I know, you are always there for me. Yeah. Oh, my God, you are my only Lord. Forever when they say,
we praise Lord. He just said it there that probably he has his own squad too, who are going to be the warriors. But apart from that, my dear brother, Madirao.
Pastor, Pastor, our mojo sticker ló ń show wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ Madirao, ìpápá ìràrùn jẹ́ ká wà Bible tó ń jẹ. Kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó jẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú Bible pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ Madirao, ayé bàjẹ́.
They carry voters card, the PVC, and the rest of them and begin to shout, or your mandate, be whatever, whichever one you want to choose. It is a banana republic, and the banana republic probably is more organized than what they are currently giving you in Nigeria. It is war. Election is war. Fighting war to gain power. They mess people's lives off. I mean, mess their lives up. Which kind of thing be that? They spend so much money to rig election, to do all these things, only for them to come around and just destroy people's lives through their own greed and kleptocracies. Abi? Ìwọ má dira. Tó bá ti lóyà tẹ̀lé wọn. Because for those who care, about their lives and the rest, you will not want to do same thing again and again and expect a different result. Why are you participating in their elections? But if we don't participate, they will choose themselves now. Let them choose themselves. So if you now believe that you are more than them, you will shut the entire country down because you never participated in the charade that brought them into power anyway. But once you continue participating and continue to get rigged, and then continue to go to court, Abi, they will tell him, they will tell him on Monday to go to court. All this noise no go help you. Social media no fit help you. Go to court, and you are all watching the desecration of your own laws. No base for your country. It is worse than a banana republic. I've never been to one, and I just have the instinct that a banana republic is going to be more kind of organized than what you have in Nigeria. Expecting criminals to do the right thing? Are you kidding me? The other day we were talking about this terrorist that came to Nigeria, invited by the Sultan Usman Dan Fodio of Sokoto. Achonu is asking for DSS. Why are they not protecting them? Oh, Benny, you never see where the terrorists they do tour. This terrorist is the terrorist sympathizer is doing tour across the Sharia state of Nigeria. People who have already segregated from Nigeria, but you don't know that, do you?
This academy upon goodness, may Almighty Allah bring forth people that will be better than him in all aspects when it comes to dawah. We pray the Almighty Allah continue to protect him. Nobody is saying Amen. We pray the Almighty Allah continue to protect him. We pray the Almighty Allah preserve him upon sound health. We pray the Almighty Allah preserve him upon goodness. We pray that the Almighty Allah in his lofty height, in his mercy, preserve him.
So, I want to say something on that. Usually we say Nigeria is a secular state where everybody can practice any religion of your choice. But that is not true. Abi, it is not true. Good. Do you know that when this the same law that says no part of Nigeria must practice any religion as the state's religion, but in reality, Nigerians have been raised to know that there is a particular place in Nigeria, it is Sharia. 11 or thereabout of them, they have their own Sharia. They have their own Sharia courts. They have their own Sharia police, Isba. And majority of you do not even understand the symbolism, the significance of that thing. And I'm going to tell you tonight. The rest of Nigeria, they believe that the one Nigeria they signed up for is a secular country, okay? Which means you can be a Muslim and I can be a Christian. I can be a traditionalist, can be anything. And I can do that freely, at free will, everywhere I want in Nigeria. But when you cross the border from the north central of Nigeria, you will be approaching the territory of the Sharia territory. It's called the Sharia territory. You can get killed. The ideology within this territory of Nigeria, the Sharia North, they are controlled by what you can easily call a restructured Nigeria according to their own rules. Islam is number one, and in their teachings, are you listening to me? What Sharia really teach, or what Sharia really taught Muslims see, that things like all these guys from northern Nigeria, the Sharia North, don't let anybody deceive you or kind of use any fancy language to tell you that everybody's, no, it's not like that. You don't understand. You should understand. Sharia says, if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel and you should be killed. Don't let anybody use English to tell you that, no, it's not like that. No, don't listen to them. Because those ones who are trying to explain it to you, they are not from the Sharia North. Now, we have a territory in Nigeria that is controlled by religious law, and it is supreme. The rest of Nigeria did not sign up for that. The Nigerians that I believe, theoretically, on paper, is that you signed up for a country that is a secular country. You signed up for a country that says that you can do your business anywhere in Nigeria. But in reality, the Isba police would destroy your business because it is against Islam. That is Sharia. It is like you putting all your alcohol and every other thing like that, you put them in a trailer. And you put them in a trailer and you put them on a vessel or on a plane, and then you fly straight to Saudi Arabia. You know Saudi Arabia. Once you land in Saudi Arabia with your alcohol, not sanctioned by them or approved by them or something like that, which is rare, by the way, you stand to be sanctioned, Abi. I mean, you stand to be arrested because Saudi Arabia is an Islamic country. Nigeria is not an Islamic country, but we are all watching as this Sharia North, this Fulani terrorists, they are intimidating and threatening us with violence. But they got what they want. They made law for themselves. The laws that are convicting Nigerians for blasphemy. Nigeria, they have courts condemning people to death in the name of Allah and Muhammad and Islam inside Nigeria that is supposed to be a secular state. But a lot of you have been so kind of threatened, bullied to think that was okay. It wasn't okay. It is a good point to let you know that there was no longer any one Nigeria anywhere. There is no. You have been forced to accept that religious declaration from Sokoto to Kano, to Kebbi, to Jigawa, to Borno, to all of this Sharia states. They are practicing Sharia law in Nigeria. And it is not a joke. They are lynching people. They are killing people because they accuse them of insulting Allah. A section of Nigeria normalized that. And they want the rest of Nigeria to be careful. They don't joke with their religion. You have Syria. You have Lebanon. You have Iraqi, Iran, all combined, Afghanistan, in a part of Nigeria, and they are threatening the rest of us that whether we like it or not, it is final. And the rest are like, that's who they are now. They are Muslims now. Shebi, you know that Islam in that part of Nigeria, you need to be very careful. They bully the rest of Nigeria to be careful of a Sharia North. Nobody can ask them. And that is why their own Sultan said, he can invite anybody they want to come and preach about the Islam. Islam is this. So they can easily tell you that you are Islamophobic. You hate Islam. You are just hating it. But they don't want you to acknowledge all of, they won't want to acknowledge all of this. There is no special law in Yoruba land. There is no special law in Igbo land. There is no special law in any other land except the Sharia North, just 11 states that share border with Niger, with Chad, with you know, all this desert area of West Africa there. The Sahel, where the terrorists, all the terrorists you can think of in this world, shouting Allah Akbar, killing innocent people, beheading them in the name of Allah. Inside Nigeria, there are state-sanctioned Islamic laws that are more powerful than the Nigerian constitution. If you dare challenge it, you are calling for war. That's what they will tell you. You are calling for problem. We're going to kill everybody that says that is questioning this. In Nigeria, other Nigerians can begin to start slaughtering them in the name of Allah in that Sharia North. So if you don't want wahala, just don't talk about it. Be careful. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Yeah. Because the truth is this. Nigeria is not one. And that is why when you look at in the last 10 years, okay, of Nigeria. No. In the last 12 years of Nigeria, you will realize that it was pretty much like a coordinated terror attack against the rest of Nigeria. And it was like gradual. And there was never a time that you have seen them pull up a very strong opposition to this bloodletting. Bloodletting. I'm talking about this, their Sultan and the rest of them. Sure you get? So if they tell you to break up Nigeria and you think you have a country, you have one Nigeria, you are as dumb as the doorbell. And I don't care how old you are. You see those who are telling you that Islam is a peaceful religion. It's a religion of peace. Those ones who are explaining to you the good things that you should understand about Islam and the rest of them, they are not from the Sharia North. They don't even have an idea of that Sharia. They will tell you, but Sharia said, what about other things there? No, they don't want you to think like that. They don't want you to believe that there are actually people who are living on the tenet